So glad you could join us on the Weather Network. I'm meteorologist Chris Murphy. It is Thursday, February the 8th, west to east. Look at those bluebird skies in Whistler, looking amazing, although the snowpack in Whistler is not what it should be. It is running below normal amount of snow, as are most resorts in BC, but nice to see it open. If skiing isn't your flavor, how about golfing? Yes, in Hamilton in February. Yes. And then we go to the East Coast where there's too much snow. The only way you're going to do skiing is probably getting from point A to point B. This was Cape Breton during the storm. Snow mounts over 100 centimeters of snow and digging out as well in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. So eastern Nova Scotia and PEI were the hardest hit areas of this storm. And you know, as we've been showing you all week, the snow totals as well. What could have put down? Why did this happen? How could it have happened? Yeah, it was a multi-day storm system. The Groundhog Day blizzard. I'm sure this is getting a lot of different names I've heard online, everything from White Fiona, of course, remember there was Hurricane Fiona, Samageddon as well, but the bottom line is we had air cool enough for snow and we had an ample stream of moisture to feed into it. So that was ingredient number one. Number two, the area of low pressure was very slow moving, and it was the location near Sable Island. This is often a sweet spot for storms to bring in epic amounts of snow into portions of the Maritimes. White 1, incidentally, tracked right across Sable Island, and we remember what that one did. But this one didn't. This was not a hit and run. This one stuck around for days. It was essentially cut off from the jet stream, which is the great steer of storms, and we had an omega block, which is high pressure over low pressure, and that's like atmospheric gridlock. So you put all of these forces together, and you wind up with something like this. So we had, again, eastern Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, you know, in excess of 100 centimeters of snow, and the dig out continues. So there's so many challenges now with the aftermath. So Nathan Coleman went to New Glasgow and talked to some residents. The first clip here I'm going to share with you, showing you, you know, what was it like?
There's a lot of older people that can't get out, can't get groceries. Thank God the power didn't go out. White 1, the power went out pretty well immediately, so some storm hardening going on. So kudos to Nova Scotia Power. But as far as I'm concerned, I've been helping my neighbors, and I got a tractor with a snow blower, and but it wasn't easy. 5-foot drifts out in Thorburn.
This morning, we've got fog and freezing drizzle advisories from Environment Canada through much of central and southern Alberta. And again, it doesn't show up on radar, but it could be very slippery out there with some poor visibility. What is showing up on radar, obviously, is the snow still falling in parts of southwestern Saskatchewan to the southeast and southwestern Manitoba. Your morning temperatures, where we have the fog and you're below zero, of course, that's freezing fog, so additional hazard would be slippery roads. And then the snow continues this morning in Prince Albert, Saskatoon and Regina, but by this afternoon, most of that tapers off. Note Winnipeg, you're right on the cusp of that warm sector, so it's rain mixing with snow and changing to snow by the afternoon. Further west and north and west of Winnipeg, so through the Interlake region, through the Parklands as well. Southwestern Manitoba, that snow is not going to ease until this evening. Northwestern Ontario, rain heavy at times. Kenora, Dryden area, north of Lake Nipigon. This is going to be quite a bit of snow in your forecast for there. So your next few days there at Saskatoon, Regina, Prince Albert, Moose Jaw, where we've had the snow, temperatures are going to be cool enough. At least it'll stick around, although it will be a little warmer on Sunday, and noticeably cooler in Winnipeg as well. So temperatures today above the freezing mark, tomorrow well below it. On the other side of that storm system, mild air, so the fog and the rain showers and double-digit temperatures in the southwest today, more widespread come tomorrow.